Hey, what's up guys? Ryan Miller here with Seed Solar. Just wanted to touch on this real quick. You know, a lot of people are looking for solar. Some of these people have land and they're looking for off the roof system. I keep finding homeowners that have been told in the past the company didn't do any ground mount systems, which is really unfortunate because people who have land, you can do an off the roof system. There's a couple advantages to this, guys, right? Obviously we get a ton of hail here in Colorado. So if you ever get a hailstorm and you need to have this roof replaced, well, if it's off the roof, there's no delay in anything. You don't have to worry about the panels getting taken off, even though homeowners insurance does cover that cost. If you are looking at panels on your roof, just know homeowners insurance is going to cover that cost to basically take the panels off, replace any that are broken, and then put them back on, essentially, right? So you do want to add that into your policy. There has been a few stories out there where people didn't have their insurance cover it because they actually never added it into the policy. I've also heard it the other way around though. People didn't add it and homeowners insurance still covered it. So it depends who you guys' homeowners insurance is, but make sure you just give them a call and check. It's extremely cheap to add this stuff into your policy because again, you know, like for example, here in Strasburg, right? This neighborhood didn't get it as bad, but the neighborhood right next literally had like softball size hail. And so there's total damage, right? There's even a couple panels that were broken, which is the first time I've ever seen broken panels from hail because these things are extremely durable, right? So it took a significant hailstorm. But again, these people are now seeing like $50,000-$60,000 worth of total damage. So a couple grand to get the solar taken off and put back on is a really minimal cost. And typically when homeowners insurance does have an adder for this, it's typically like between $3 and like $10 on the high side. Someone was going to be $10 extra a month for like 50 panels. So again, it's going to be a little bit variant on your homeowner's insurance, but make sure you give them a call, let them know how many panels you guys are looking at, and then they'll be able to quote you on that, what it's going to cover. But back to this ground mount. So essentially there's a couple advantages. Like I was saying, it's off the roof. The other advantage is depending on your roof setup, you may not have a perfectly south facing roof, right? You may have a ton of north side, you may have shading, so not a lot of sun exposure on your roof. But if you are fortunate enough to have some land out here, the advantage is this is literally perfectly south facing. So this is going to get sun year round. The advantage of a south facing versus like an east and west is it actually gets about 25% more sunlight, right? And so again, having it south facing, why it's getting more sunlight is because as the sun, which is setting right there, it's slowly going to be setting down there, which is south. That's where I'm pointing. Because sun comes down in the winter, comes back up in the summertime. So that south facing is going to be the most ideal. And a lot of times you can actually basically even out that costs, because there is going to be a little bit extra cost for like the trenching. You've got all the cement foundations, you know, the actual racking system. But it almost evens out if you don't have good sun exposure. So it's worth it sometimes to pay an extra, you know, pay the extra couple grand for the ground mount, because now you can actually avoid some of that extra cost because you need less panels because now they're all facing south versus like east and west and north.